Wanted to talk about how ranked is going in this game because it's getting kind of weird. In weird as I mean like the changes they're making to the competitive mode in this game. First off, they made the competitive seasons about 2 months long. It feels like if this is what 2 months feels like in this game, this season went by incredibly fast. I don't know if it was actually shorter or if it was 2 months. I forgot, but it's already about 2 weeks left in the season, and it went by extremely fast. Before I even knew it, there was like 16 days left in the season, and my main account was like diamond still because I was busy and I didn't have time to play. I do have one account in GM right now. I reached GM immediately and then just didn't touch that account because I knew it was just like a good win streak. I didn't want to lose the rank and just hop on my main. But also, on that note, the matchmaking is still the same. It's still incredibly bad. And now, since they're making the seasons shorter and they have the resets still that are pretty heavy, it's becoming very, very not worthwhile. Because if you think about it, you have about 2 months plus, life. And then you also have the matchmaking where you're going to get put on forced win straights and forced loss straights. Are you ever going to achieve your peak rank again without grinding every single day of that season? People don't have time for that. There's just no time. And they kind of realized this early on when they said, okay, we're not going to do the mid-season rank resets. But then they changed it to 2 months. And now they're like, okay, we're going to have a hero every month. And that's okay. But it's just very, very odd what they're doing because I see them trying to be competitive because shortening the seasons makes it more competitive because you have to play more, you have to try harder, you have to actually want to rank up. But when you have this matchmaking and adding a hero every month, it's very casual and not that serious. So they're still having this very bipolar approach to changing and updating the game. And I wanted to go over some of these comments I saw in this post recently of the subreddit. It says ranked is so F right now. And it's just talking about how there's grandmasters and celestials in like, what is this, silver? Yeah, silver lobbies. And one person said they need placement matches, and I agree. Placement matches would be a great idea in Marvel Rivals. The reason they don't do placement matches, I suppose, is because of the engagement-based matchmaking, because you will be less engaged in ranking up if you have placement matches, and it's possible that you reach a high rank immediately and no longer feel the need to play. But then you also have the fact that seasons are so short and people are so busy. What's the point of even playing anyway? Like, tell me, why would I play? Why would I play ranked in Marvel Rivals if it is so lackluster? If it clearly doesn't even matter and there's just no time? This other person said he had to uninstall the game last week. He finished in Diamond last season, but the attitudes and behaviors of people were terrible. That's another thing. The toxicity and the mindset of just throwing and not caring have really set in. And I don't know if this is the community fault or Marvel Rivals' fault, like the developers of the game. I do think they kind of set themselves up for failure when you have this bipolar approach to updating the game. I do believe that with their very awkward approach to updating the game, that it induced and very it like helped grow this sort of toxic mindset, because on one half you had people who really cared and were trying to rank up and were competitive, and on the other half you have people who didn't care and who were more casual. So what ended up happening is those two clashed and formed a middle group where you're just angry that your side doesn't work, and now you're taking it out on everyone else because you're angry. And this other person says that worst matchmaking I've ever encountered in 4 decades of gaming. Everything feels rigged and it's just a waste of a game. I agree. I think it's like I was saying before, it's very rigged, and you go on these forced win streaks and forced loss streaks, and that's just another thing that adds to the point of why play. Why play ranked? Why play competitive if it's not competitive? And I know that's been talked about before, but I just wanted to pose the question again, because in Season 3, now, going into 3.5, I'm losing the point. Other games are starting to come out, and I have a game right now that I'm planning to play for a pretty long time. You know, trying to complete that one. I'm probably not going to touch this game that much, because I know that it's just not that fun. I don't want to hop into matches that feel forced wins or forced losses. I don't want to do that. I do not want to hop into a game that feels like I was given an easy win or someone else was forced to win, so I was given a forced loss. It sucks. I hate forced winning. I hate everything about it. And says, another person says, yep, this has been pretty much my experience since Season 3 has launched. I was getting more even matches in quick play, had 4 straight insane stomps this past Friday evening, led stomps at the point where it was hard to even get out of spawn. After all of that, then he went on his own stomp, like he got stomped after he stomped people. So, interesting note in there is quick play. Quick play has become pretty much redundant. The competitive scene in Marvel Rivals is becoming redundant, but quick play in Marvel Rivals has become completely redundant. I've never seen a more useless mode in my life. First of all, you have bots when you lose in quick play. That's still here after so many months of this game being out, so many seasons of this game being out. It's still here. That is insane. That you will get bots if you lose too much. If you say it out loud, say it. Just say it right now. Say it out loud. If you hear how that sounds, it's like, wow. You do not understand anything. Another person says, yep, got 3 games in a row with GM peak players on the opposite team in the silver lobby. I'd rather be told in the pregame screen that the match is going to be lost. Don't bother. Yeah, the rank is a mess right now with the reset, and I don't mind resets. I don't think resets are a bad idea, but Marvel Rivals does not do them correctly. And going back to the point of placement matches, I think placement matches would increase engagement, and this is the funny thing. I think this is Marvel Rivals or NetEase, whatever, first, like, platform game, like that's not mobile, it's available on console and PC. I think this is their first time making a game like that. That's not mobile. But there's so many supporting evidence that when you add placement matches to a competitive system, it's better. People like it more. As compared to where you don't have it, you just feel terrible. because every season you get a reset, and now you're playing with a bunch of people who are even wider in variety of skill. Because the game already puts you with some pretty bad people to make you lose sometimes. But now, with the reset, you're actually in, like, plat lobbies. Like, you're actually a Celestial. The top 1% of this game actually playing with, like, the bottom, like, 80%. So, I mean, if you add placement matches, it would completely fix it. I also don't believe that... I know there's some people who just get to a certain rank and stop, but I think the vast majority of people who play competitive games like this in a hero shooter, they're not going to get Grandmaster and be like, okay, cool, I'm never touching this game again. Like, if you just try to make the game fun, people are gonna stay. You know? Like, for example, in single-player games, people stay in single-player games for a really long time because it's fun. Because the game has put so much heart into itself, like Expedition 33. That's a single-player game. But you can play that game for hundreds of hours and still not completely explore everything and see everything and do everything because there's so much love and passion in that game. Whereas in this game, each match can feel really fun, but at the same time, the matchmaking has become so brutal that you know you're going into a forced win or a forced loss. Speaking of, another like part of winning and losing is picking the right characters, right? Now, obviously, I encourage everyone to play what they want. At the end of the day, it's a game, right? Just play what you want. But the devs really hate certain characters. Seriously hate. They hate Jeff and they hate Thor. I have never seen such animosity in making changes to characters ever. And I've played games my whole life. Never once have I seen so much hate put into changing them, because Jeff is completely worthless. If you get a Jeff on your team, it is a 99.99% chance that you are going to lose. I'm not even joking. I'm being dead serious. If you get a Thor too, Thor is just going to get obliterated. He's just going to get lit up and exploded. Jeff is just not going to be able to heal anything. His ult's going to kill himself and like maybe 2 people from the enemy team and 1 person on your own team. And he's going to explode as well. Like, this character, he used to be so good. Jeff used to be OP. Lovely. But now he's just complete trash. Thor too. Thor used to be really annoying. He used to be like, strong, you know? When I would see a Thor on the enemy team, I was like, oh crap. Especially in Season 1 with Thor Cap. Oh my god. Thor and Cap would dominate the lobbies. But now it's like, oh great, there's a Thor. That's going to be annoying for about 2 seconds until he explodes. The skin is cool though. I still think he's just like a completely throw pick though. because you just can't get any value out of him without being exploded if you're going against people with like an actual brain. If you're going against people who don't have a brain, then maybe it's good. But otherwise, I'm not so sure.
When I awaken, enemies fall. Our adversaries gather.
BP, Black Panther is also a big talking point in the community right now in Marvel Rivals, and he's probably going to get nerfed in Season 3.5 because of how much he's talked about. I don't think he's gonna last. You know, they're probably gonna rework him into the ground, or they're gonna nerf him, and he's gonna become useless because of how much talk there is about him. I highly doubt that he's gonna last very long, which is unfortunate because I think he's a really cool character, and I really like characters that have reset abilities. But everybody hates this guy, so you know. Fair enough, I guess.
Double kill.
Let's see. Just another person says EOMM is killing the game. Sucks for both parties. Low-ranked players getting farmed and high-ranked players having to carry every game. Not fun for anything. It's tiring. And it's not fun either for higher-ranked players starting season in Plat or Diamond and then having to play with actual Plat players who climb back faster than they did because said Plats were playing in Bronze, where all other ranks ended up. Yeah. This game definitely needs placement matches, like really badly. And I don't think it's going to negatively impact the game at all if they do that. I think what will negatively impact this game is if they keep doing what they're doing. Anyway, that's about everything. There's probably some things I didn't touch, but yeah. Season 3 is it's not great. I wouldn't really suggest anyone to play this game with how ranked it is right now. I think there's no point. I've thought about it, and I do not see the point in playing ranked in Marvel Rivals anymore. I think it's lost the plot.